I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Falcon TV, your source for Oakcrest and national news from around the country. Just ahead on your show today, we'll look at what else is in store for Japan, post-earthquake, as well as who you'll want to pick in this year's NCAA tournament.
I'm Ashley, and it's Tuesday, March 15, 2011. With me today is Ian and Mr. Thomas. We got those stories and more, including a story about what famous face just hit a major milestone.
And don't forget, you can always watch Falcon TV on your laptop, iPhone, or from homeroom, anywhere, anytime you want. Just visit our channel on YouTube. We've got all the videos and info you need on what's happening today and this week. Now let's head over to Mr. Thomas for today's rundown.
Thanks, Ian. Our first story today looks at sports, where on Sunday the NCAA released the brackets for this year's tournament, and Ohio State will remain the #1 team in the nation. Most major games will be played Thursday, but playing games begin before them. In high school basketball, St. Augustine clinched the boys' championship on Saturday night, beating out Seton Hall Prep. Next up in retail news, the Ken doll just turned 50 after a long history of America's ideal boy toy and boyfriend of Barbie. The newest model is available in stores and is called Sweet Talkin' Ken. And our final story today looks at the islands of Japan, almost a week after the earthquake and tsunami that struck the coast and killed over 10,000 people. More devastation is headed their way. Over 170,000 people have already been evacuated amid fear of a nuclear plant that could melt down and leak radiation. Experts are worried that the meltdown could be similar to that of the Chernobyl meltdown of the 1980s, causing health problems, even cancer or birth defects.
Thanks, Mr. Thomas. In just a moment, we'll get to those stories and more. But if you ever miss our show or want to catch the rest of today's show and other content, visit our website, which is at the bottom of the screen.
Now when you follow our Twitter feed, OHS Falcon TV, you'll get all of the important club meetings going on this week sent right to your phone. So make sure you subscribe to our Twitter feed. All right, let's head back over to Mr. Thomas for what's happening around the country.
Thanks, Ian. Up first in sports, the field for the NCAA men's basketball tournament has been set, so get your brackets filled out. The #1 seeds in this year's field include Duke, Kansas, Pitt, and the #1 overall team, Ohio State. Locally, St. Joe's made the cut, and Penn State will take on Temple in an all-Pennsylvania first-round matchup Thursday at 2:10 p.m. In football, the player-owner lockout is now in its 4th day as labor talks between both sides have broken down. The Players Association and Owners Association have yet to strike a deal for a new contract between both unions. In high school sports, the St. Augustine Hermits took the boys' basketball title Saturday night in Toms River, beating out Seton Hall High to take their first title since 2004. In toy news, the famous longtime boyfriend of plastic hottie Barbie just added a few wrinkles to his face as he just hit the big 5-0. That's right, Mattel's longtime popular Ken doll just celebrated its 50th birthday. Even though he's now over the hill, he's got a cartoon show, a Twitter feed, and even a Facebook page, where he recently announced he's gotten back together with his old flame Barbie after a 7-year breakup. On Valentine's Day, he released a statement that announced that even though they're plastic, their love is real. Originally selling for only $3.50, the new Ken sells for over $20 and features a built-in microphone so you can whisper sweet nothings in his ear. And in Japan, following the recent earthquake and tsunami that struck the island nation last week, it has resulted in an estimated 10,000 deaths due to explosions, flooding, and destruction. Right now, officials are watching a nuclear plant in Tokyo that could potentially melt down after being struck by earthquake debris. The reactor meltdown can leak radiation throughout the area and could end with the same results of the Russian Chernobyl meltdown of the 1980s. The effects of radiation can cause nausea, bone marrow disease, birth defects, and even death. Right now, a majority of the main island of Japan remains in ruins and has moved over 2 miles since the quake. That's what's happening around the country and the world. Here's what's happening around Oakcrest.
In Oakcrest News, on Friday night, the 14th annual Mr. Oakcrest competition was held in the auditorium before a sold-out audience. At the end of the evening, the person who walked away with the title was J.V. Gonzalez, but coming in first and second runner-up were Dean Williams and Derek Silver. Congratulations to all the contestants and great job raising money for the Childhood Cancer Charity.
The freshman-sophomore semi-formal is right around the corner and will be held on March 26th. The tickets have gone on sale and are available in the cafeteria now. And if you're in the junior or senior grade, also in the cafeteria, the ring fair will be held on March 15th. So make sure you're there if you want to get your class bling.
And also, if you're looking for a way to get involved in a good cause, there's a project currently being sponsored by the 50th Anniversary Committee that will make a difference for those who need help the most. The troops currently stationed in Afghanistan need medical supplies and donations to purchase the items needed to keep them healthy and safe.
Don't forget, your opportunity to support our troops in Afghanistan is here, and all you have to do is drop off any of the needed items on the list to one of the red boxes around Oakcrest, or stop down to Ms. Schwarzenbach next to the nurse's office. Some of the items they're looking for are gauze, rubbing alcohol, cotton balls, and bandages. I'm Ashley, reporting for HTTV. Lieutenant Bradley Moore of Summers Point is a U.S. Marine on the front lines in Afghanistan, where Marines rely on local people to help locate IEDs, improvised explosive devices, before they can kill or maim U.S. troops. Marines are making friends with the Afghanis by helping with their medical problems, and they're asking for help in equipping 2 medical clinics ran by Afghan people. Bradley Moore asks that people send Band-Aids, hand sanitizer, cotton balls, burn dressings, Silverdene impregnated water gel for immediate treatment of a burn, eye drops, Tylenol, acetaminophen, dressing tape, lap sponges, sodium bicarbonate eardrops, children's ibuprofen, neoprene blood pressure cuff. There are boxes designated in all the offices and also classrooms in the school for your donations and contributions. I know what I'm requesting is a lot, but by providing these services to the locals, it helps keep Marines safe, Moore wrote in a recent letter home. When the locals know we are providing them with a better way of life, they are less inclined to turn to or help the enemy. This is hearts and minds, and it means fewer IEDs. I'm Ashley, and now back to the anchors with more.
If you're looking for something to do tomorrow, hang out with the Latin Club and celebrate the ideas of March, an old European holiday from the times of Caesar, with the Latin Club today after school.
In performing arts, last year's popular sold-out show is back again and making its way back to the Oakcrest Auditorium on April 15th. Tryouts for Oakcrest Best Dance Crew are right around the corner. If you think your group has what it takes to compete in this year's event, get down to the media studio to sign up your crew. Tryouts will be held today and tomorrow after school in the auditorium.
The show is once again sponsored by the Oakcrest Media Club and class, and judges will be looking for the most entertaining groups who will fit in with this year's theme, which is a throwback to the last 50 years in collaboration with the 50th anniversary of Oakcrest High School.
Again, if you want to be in this year's show, tryouts will be held today in the auditorium, but you have to sign up at the media studio. This year's show will be held on April 15th at 7 p.m., so make sure you don't miss it. There will be a general interest meeting for anyone who wants to be behind the scenes.
And also, if you want to continue to celebrate Oakcrest's accomplishments and show off your Falcon pride all throughout the year, do it by showing it with a new t-shirt. Stop down to Ms. Schwarzenbach's office right next to the nurse's office to get your hands on a 50th anniversary t-shirt to celebrate the opening of the time capsule in April. The price for one t-shirt is $10.
If you plan on participating in any events for the rest of the year, including trips or performances, and even the prom, you'll need to clear up any obligations you may have. So if you haven't returned that football uniform or have an overdue book from the library, be sure to get them in and have the opportunity to participate in the upcoming event.
Now let's take a look at our video clip of the day.
Creating music, you can be like Swiss Beats, this the new era. Communication's the key, visual aspect, knowledge can lend you far. You need ideas that can go beyond the stars. Sell a pitch, advertise, we in demand. Top stories in frame, monkey money, it's so plain. Have fun, life's a game.
Yo, Media One. And if you're good enough, you go to Media 2.
Yeah, join Media One.
I rep M2, who's that? The kid that did Twilight. Yeah, I'm back. It's been 6 long months since you heard me. I feel so bad for my fans who adore me. Edit, record, we fix all that. Please hold your applause because we got more in store. Join Media One. Next step, M2. And if you get there, M3. This is your opportunity. We taking over.
Always online, and you can always catch up on anything you missed on today's or past episodes by visiting us back on YouTube and by following us on Twitter at OHS Falcon TV for announcements and news updates.
Well, I'm Ian, and for Ashley and Mr. Thomas and everyone here on the Falcon TV News team, thanks for watching today and have a great day. Be sure to email your questions or comments to talentproductions@yahoo.com. Wherever you are watching from, have a great day and join us back here tomorrow for more Oakcrest and national news stories making headlines. On the News at 9 on Falcon TV, have a great day.
Yellow bottle sipping, yellow Lamborghini, yellow top missing. Yeah, that shit look like a tube.